money don't sleep. That money don't sleep, so I'm out in the streets. Family gotta eat, kids gotta eat. That money don't sleep. Money don't sleep. That money don't sleep, so I'm out in the streets. Family gotta eat, kids gotta eat. That money don't sleep. Money don't sleep. That money don't sleep, so I'm out in the streets. Gotta carry that heat.
Everybody, this is Taste Reaction Podcast, and today on the podcast we have Mir. Say what's up, Mir.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, man. So today, we kind of getting right to the point because I don't have to teach him how to smoke a cigar because I showed him a couple weeks ago, and I don't have to show him how to sip bourbon because I showed him a couple weeks ago.
Yes, indeed.
So the topic, that we're starting off with is the LeBron versus Jordan topic, and I'm gonna let him explain his point. And then I'll explain my point, but remember, he was born in 1996, so you can't really take what he says, seriously.
All right, listen. First and foremost, we all know LeBron is a good all-around player. He make everybody else better around him.
Which, let's
We know that.
We were at the pool, and I got him to say that LeBron was the best all-around player.
But we knew that.
Go ahead.
Knew that.
I'm listening.
But when you talk about Jordan, now I never lived to see Jordan play. I did my research. I went back. I had to look at highlights and games.
1996. Remember
that.
Rude.
But the thing is, when you look at the two players, see the game of basketball, it changed, but then again it don't. Like you kind of see similar players like Kobe and Jordan, and LeBron and Magic. It just boils down to, like, really to me, it's that killer instinct. Who can close the game out? Who's going to hit that? Who got clutch guts? Do LeBron got clutch guts? Let's just keep it real. Do he got clutch guts? No.
Okay. All right.
No.
So that's where I come in, right?
No.
So my point on that is, I don't think LeBron has ever tried to prove that. He's always put it on a team because, in all reality, basketball is a team sport, correct?
Yes.
In reality, how many times have a Kobe or a Jordan shot for 80 points or this, that, and the third, and they've actually won a game without getting their team involved? So I think when it comes down to a point of view, LeBron has always gotten the team involved and always has put them responsible for, if I hand you this, you got to handle that. If I hand you this, you always got to do that. And to be honest, I think this LA move is for him to be a dominant player, because once he shows that he's a dominant player, because he has Alonzo Ball to pass the ball and play the position that he plays, normally, he's going to play dominant.
Okay.
He's going to dunk. He's going to score. He's going to play that game of basketball that everybody always wanted him to see. And I've heard people say LeBron's not a dominant player. Explain to me how LeBron's not a dominant player, because, to be honest, if it wasn't for the foul calls and the new stuff that they put in, nobody could stop LeBron from going to the court.
All right. See, now this is where I come in with this.
Nobody can stop LeBron going from the court. Yes or no? Without a foul.
No.
Nobody can stop LeBron James.
He's a freight train to the basket. No doubt.
All right, so we got that.
My fault. He said the one name, Kawhi Leonard, will lock him down. But we're not going to get into that. We're going to get into something else.
We're talking about Jordan and LeBron right now.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. But we're going to come back to that another time.
Because Jordan had weaknesses too, and we could really break
What was that?
Huh?
What was Jordan's weaknesses?
Jordan's weaknesses is he is a ball hog.
A ball? Oh,
that's one.
That's part of coming.
No.
Okay.
See, that makes him great, but that's still a downfall, because if he didn't have the playmakers he had around him, Jordan would never have those rings that he has.
All right. See,
you can't, because for instance, let's think about this, Brian, and everybody in the audience. If Jordan didn't have the people around him, yes or no, would Jordan be a Russell Westbrook in the NBA back in the day? If he didn't have people around him, would he be a Russell Westbrook of the NBA? Yes or no?
He'd have at least three. At least three.
He would be, no. He would still be the Russell Westbrook of the NBA if he didn't have a Dennis Rodman.
Let me tell you something. I like Mike because he reminded me a little bit of Mike Tyson.
Again,
the game,
hold up, again.
The fear. He put fear into
1996, remember that.
Listen.
Remember
but
this.
You can make analogies. You could kind of make analogies a little bit between them two, because before the game even started, they already knew what they were getting into. he struck fear into his opponents. They knew day in and day out, minute in, he was going to give you the business. You knew he was going to give you the business.
So and LeBron don't give you the business?
LeBron give you the business, but when you step on the court, you like, okay.
Look, hold up.
That's the king. But
let's take those words into context.
I'm going to take him.
Yes, he's the king.
But
yes,
he don't strike
you
fear.
can't stop him, but he doesn't strike fear.
He don't strike fear. He don't strike fear to me.
Y'all can't stop this guy from going to the rack. The only way y'all stop this guy from going to the rack is if you foul him. And the refs already put it out that we not gonna call every foul, because if that was the point, LeBron James stats and free throws and a whole bunch of other stuff would be way higher, because refs are already like, we not gonna call every single foul. We know you're dominant.
Yeah.
We know that you can give everybody on this court the business.
Yeah.
And is that true or false?
That's true.
So everybody need
to
to break down the point of he's a dominant player. Stop saying he's not a dominant player because he passes the ball and he shares it.
He's dominant on the offensive end. I give you that. But defensive wise, since the Heat, the run with the Heat, I haven't seen that shortstop defense. I haven't seen that lockdown. Pass the ball out. You're not getting by me. I haven't seen
last year wasn't LeBron James one of LeBron James' best years?
To me personally, that was his worst defensive
last year one of
all time.
LeBron James' best years?
No. He didn't even win the finals.
Yes.
It wasn't. To me,
we're not talking about the finals. I said overall last year. First and foremost, let's talk about this.
Because he didn't play any defense.
In the top, hold up. In the topics, right? We're not talking about Steph Curry. He really trash. That's a whole nother topic.
I'll go on record and say to me he's garbage.
He trash.
We're talking
right?
about legit.
So in reality, right? All the news media has been talking about is LeBron James. And this year, his 15th or 16th year of playing basketball has been one of his best years. And that's not just from being a pass-around player. That's from playing basically almost majority of the game. That's being a top in assists, rebounds, damn near scoring, like averaging points, everything. So why are we always talking about LeBron not being a dominant force, and he's been a dominant force for like over a decade? That doesn't make sense to me. We always downplay this guy.
I'm not that. I respect this man game to a whole
somebody
nother
said
level.
this. Coming out of high school, who could have...
Oh, he didn't have a coach in high school. It was LeBron.
No, coming out of high school, who could have thought that LeBron James would have done what he has done in the NBA for the past 15, 16 years?
All right, now this is where I'm gonna give LeBron some leeway, because this man in high school, I give him the most credit on this. Honestly, he was the coach.
Hold up.
On the court.
Before he go on that, 1996.
Listen.
Remember that.
Now listen.
He's born 1996. When did Jordan play? Brian? 1994,
He got
right?
drafted in 89.
But his prime years was what?
Nah, his rookie year was like 80. Had to be 81.
But his prime years was what? The 90s, right? So it took a couple years. People don't realize that LeBron still has one of the best rookie years in the history of NBA.
He was rookie of the year.
Oh my God!
But my point.
What are we talking about?
But how do you explain the finals losses, though? Jordan has.
How do you explain the finals losses? He has a team. It's still like
he held it down against the Mavericks.
He's a man child, but at the end of the day, basketball is a man. Basketball is a man. A team sport. Yes or no?
It is a team sport.
So y'all can't always sit up here and blame it on one person.
You're the best player on the planet. You gotta take half of that credit at least.
He did. He took them to an NBA Finals, a shitty ass team, right?
But what about the Heat when they played against Dirk and the Mavs? The meltdown. That was the first meltdown.
They were just getting the team together.
You beat the baby Thunder and you just getting the
First
team
and foremost, let's talk about this.
James Harden, Kevin Durant,
did
and
LeBron
Russell.
James ever get a championship with the Heat?
He got 2.
What are y'all talking about? Y'all take away the fact that he actually won championships with the Heat.
He only won 2. He only has 3.
Okay, does Russell Westbrook have a ring?
Steph Curry has 3.
Does Allen Iverson have a ring?
He carried that team on his back.
Does Allen Iverson have a ring?
He has 0. So does Melo. So does James
What
Harden.
are we talking about?
What I'm talking about
What are
is
we talking about?
you make everybody around you so much better. Them finals
He
wins.
does
should be more.
because
They should
again,
be
if it
more.
wasn't for him making teammates, players better, they would not have made it to the final. It was just LeBron James trying to. If it was just LeBron James trying to score 80 points a game, they would not win or even made it to the finals like they would have. Right or wrong?
Right, but
So
far
how
can
did
that
he
get
not?
you?
So how did he? It got him to the finals. That's
And
the
lost-
cream.
but he
That's the
lost more
cream.
times than he won.
That's the cream
I
of.
can't-
That's the cream of the
Okay.
crop.
That's not
How
right.
many people can y'all say been to the? Did it stop?
Yeah. Again, I don't know why.
It stopped, and you
Damn.
gonna keep on recording. Did we get good content?
Ooh, I feel like we
I don't know
was
when it stopped.
getting
You, all right, but just
Yo, Amir, you look like a movie star, man.
I do. Maybe I should
Y'all
start
so
that.
cute together with your cargos on.
no, we need to get it together. Oh, my bad. No, we need to get it
It's
together.
recording right now.
Okay, all right.
Can
Well,
we stop it?
Ooh, I forgot.
no. We good. Cause the thing that I just don't get is because, again, we keep on talking about
Finals
rings and why
MVP.
Jordan co-signs Kobe, but Kobe co-signs LeBron James.
Because I feel like Michael did.
Even Jordan co-signed LeBron James at one point in time.
But what son do you favor the most?
About ring. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all.
Kobe.
And this is and this is just me. Let's think about this. I have a coach. I have a dad who's a coach, Norristown football. Shout out Coach Ra. Cool.
Yeah.
Great.
Rah, rah.
Norristown football.
He the greatest.
We not just talking about the best players or whatever. We're talking about the best player who can make a team great. The best player to ever do it, on top of everything else, is LeBron James. Everybody else, y'all would call an alpha male. An alpha male. I heard Gilbert Arenas say this on what is it? Out of Bounds on a podcast complex. I heard them talk about this.
Yeah.
He said the only thing that separates LeBron from all of them is LeBron in certain people's eyes wouldn't be considered an alpha male.
No.
Kobe and Jordan are considered alpha males because they take the ball and ball. That to me makes no sense because LeBron is still an alpha male and he still takes his team to the finals.
He does take him to the finals.
Okay.
He does.
Okay.
He takes him to the finals. But when you get there,
So if you never been to
where
the
does that assassin come
Look,
in?
if you never
it doesn't come
if
in.
you never been to the finals and LeBron James takes you to the finals, are you grateful? Just alone for being to the finals.
I'll be hella grateful. I'll try to come in and make every shot I can.
Exactly.
But my point is,
What's your point?
when it's time for him to, when they looking up to him, like, yo, we ain't got nothing else. That's when that Michael, that's when
Let's
that
speak-
Kobe
let's
is
speak in
supposed to
effects.
come in.
Is everybody else on LeBron James' team grown ass men? Y'all need to be accountable. LeBron James is accountable. That's why he's considered the best player that we've ever seen.
All right. Now let me go on record and say this, bro. I'm gonna say this right now, and it's gonna be true. Kevin Durant is gonna have more finals wins and championships by the time LeBron retires. He might be one short or two short,
And
but
guess
at the
what?
end of the day, KD, it will be up on him.
After all is said and done,
Stats, all that, KD's not touching him in rebounds, assists, and scoring.
After all
But
is
just
said and
rings,
done, because of rings, will
and
we,
that's history.
Will we
That's
ever?
forever.
Okay, so Kevin Durant will end up like a Larry Bird.
Better than Larry.
No,
He
okay.
shoots
but
better
what
than
I'm
Larry.
saying is, in history, he will end up like a Larry Bird because even though he has rings or whatever else, nobody cares because he teamed up with the best team in the NBA to go against LeBron James.
LeBron couldn't stop.
One person. We're talking about one person. This is why the Warriors teamed up with each other to go against one person. One person.
That one person could bring
LeBron James
five other
Because
superstars.
to be honest, LeBron James could have probably took anybody in the NBA to the finals. He could have took the Rockets to the finals and they would have probably won.
No, James Harden don't have no playoff backbone. And
Nobody cares about that.
Yes, they do. Because every time he gets in the playoffs,
if you got LeBron James, he takes over. James Harden plays his position.
Nut ass.
no.
James Harden plays his position. LeBron takes all the responsibility like he always does.
He's another one of them semi kind of
Right or wrong.
No. it
So
doesn't work.
that means that James Harden would fall into place where he needs to fall into place.
It wouldn't work. I'm saying it
I
would
think
fall
so.
apart. I don't think it
would.
will ever
I don't.
work.
I don't.
I'm not giving James Harden the benefit of the doubt. I'm sorry. From what I've seen, I'm going with Skip Bayless. I really agree with Skip Bayless. He don't have no playoff backbone. I haven't seen it. Yeah, you could drop them 55,
Who
60.
don't have playoff backbone?
James Harden does not have a
Look,
playoff
I'm gonna keep it
backbone.
real. At the end of the day, this has come down
He
to
has one of the beautiful. He has a beautiful shot. I
This
love
has
his
come
shot,
down
but
to a
he doesn't have
LeBron
playoff
James
backbone.
and Jordan, whatever, and we went into everything else. But overall, from what I hear, and we're gonna go back because trust and believe this is going on YouTube. You know, again, follow us Taste.Reaction Podcast on YouTube, and you know, Mr. UA on Instagram, and Taste.Reaction Podcast on YouTube. I mean on Instagram again. But again, we're gonna go back on all this because again, to me it sounds like everybody's talking around all the facts that I just said. To say, oh, this person wouldn't, whatever. Or, oh,
certain
this
players can't
person,
play
whatever.
together. I don't think Russell and LeBron could play
LeBron
together.
James could play with whoever he wants to and go to a final.
All right, LeBron cast a shadow on players, and that didn't work out with Kyrie.
There's
other Kyries out there, not literally,
If
but
he could take that shitty ass Cavs team to the finals, he could definitely take the Thunder to a
he
final.
could take any team to the finals. But do I say when I hear LeBron's taking the team to a final?
Okay, so take that. Can you
with that team, he wasn't winning.
Can you say the same thing for Jordan?
Can I say what? Will he take that team to the finals to win?
Could Jordan take any? Could Jordan take any team to the finals?
Come on, let's go.
Yes.
No.
Yes, he could.
No.
First off, nobody could stop Jordan.
No.
Regular season wins, he's going to probably get you 60 plus. When you get to the playoffs, he's going to get you through the playoffs because literally they're going to play through Jordan. And nobody's going to see.
So let's think about this. People never put in the factor if y'all shut down Jordan.
You're not shutting down Jordan.
If y'all shut down Jordan,
Make sure the gate's locked.
if y'all shut down Jordan, that forces everybody else to score points, correct?
Listen.
No.
It does, but it's not going to do anything.
Go with my theory. No, go with my theory. If Jordan's scoring 60, right, and y'all shut down Jordan, so Jordan only gets like, let's say 30, half of that.
Y'all not shutting him down.
That forced everybody else to score, correct? That's the game that LeBron James is playing. That's why LeBron James goes to the finals. That's why LeBron James has been to most of the finals in the past, like what, damn near decade? That Jordan wouldn't have. And that's the big big factor when we come down to all around players.
If everything were right, the Bulls and he didn't leave,
so
he would've
again,
had 8.
If we shut down Jordan, how much does Dennis score?
Well, Dennis, I mean, he probably get 10 or 12.
That's not
maybe 15.
That's not 60.
But he gonna get you 20 plus
But that's
rebounds.
not 60.
But he gonna get you the boards.
But that's not 60.
He got you the boards.
But it's not 60.
It don't matter. He gonna help you
It does
win.
because
He's still helping you win.
Because when it comes down to winning,
points and
when it comes down
rebounds.
to points.
But what about the boards? You're getting possessions back for Jordan to get another opportunity at the basket.
Okay, so for instance,
He's the best. One of the best rebounders of all
let's just
time.
say Jordan was the Steph Curry of the Bulls, right? If you shut down Steph Curry, that's points that's taken off the scoreboard that really makes a big factor in the game.
Jordan wasn't no Steph Curry.
No, but what I'm saying to you
Don't
is,
overdo that. Don't overdo that.
He's a dominant player that if he shoots and he just gets off, he's going to get hella points, correct? So Jordan would get hella points, but if you shut him down, then what?
You shut LeBron down, you get a finals win.
No, if you shut LeBron down, he's a team player.
But that
so
team,
everybody else is going to
but
score.
if you isolate that player that orchestrates everything, get him cold to the point where he can't do nothing, nobody else is gonna be able to do nothing. Kawhi Leonard proved that. Let me tell you something, dog. To the people. This Superman got his kryptonite. LeBron got his vibranium. He working. Got the longevity. Kawhi Leonard come back healthy. Kawhi Leonard make it to the finals, the Western Conference Finals. LeBron James is going to have a problem on his hands because let me tell you, Kawhi can score, he can rebound, he can play lockdown defense, and he's going to at least get you 5.
Coming back off an injury, right?
Let me tell you something. You don't know what that man doing behind
But is he
closed
coming
doors.
off an injury?
Most people come off an injury. They're
Alright,
a whole different animal.
No, but what I'm saying to you is that's the same thing as DeMarcus.
He probably wasn't even injured. He probably was just waiting out, watching the league unfold like it's doing now.
But that's the same thing as
He's a wild card.
That's the same thing
He's
as
a sleeper.
the same thing as the DeMarcus Cousins.
That's not the. First off, DeMarcus Cousins got a Finals MVP and a Finals ring.
Only signed to the Warriors for what, $2 million? For 1 year contract.
I mean, probably nobody else wanted him.
That's a shitty ass deal.
He made his money, bro. He made his money. He made his money, but
You can't say that.
But he might touch a ring.
You can't say that because
Right on the bench.
that wouldn't. Okay.
Right on the bench.
So
he touch
for
a
instance,
ring.
let's go back to the contract shit. This year alone, if Isaiah Thomas would have kept on being what Isaiah Thomas was, would be one of his biggest years ever in the NBA.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's something.
But he got injured.
Listen.
He got traded to teams. His sister passed away. He
Listen,
got injured.
exactly.
There's a whole bunch of factors that came in effect that doesn't allow Isaiah Thomas to be the player that he should have been. Because again, like Shannon Sharp said, this should be Isaiah Thomas $100 million a year contract, and he got signed for how many million?
Listen, Isaiah Thomas.
What, like 4 or 5?
Isaiah Thomas was never. Listen, this is the reason why I think LeBron got him out of there in the first place. He thought he was on LeBron's level. He thought he was up there with the GOATs. He was up on the counter where he should have been down here. And he was with a team, with a system where they cleaned up after him. He, mess up. They coming up, they screwing up after him. He's 5'9". He to me, Isaiah Thomas wasn't the right fit. Kyrie for Isaiah Thomas, I wouldn't have made that trade. I would have said no. But that's what.
As of right now, it looks like the Celtics might get rid of Kyrie because they don't think that he's a factor.
And listen,
Because they did way better without Kyrie.
they might be right, they might be wrong. But if they're wrong, they better hope Jason Tatum got that same playoff backbone he had last year. Because again, no matter who you are in the East, there's a mountain, a giant at the top of the mountain, and y'all know who it is. It's either going to be LeBron or the Warriors. Take your pick. Either one is going to be a problem. So, like I said, Kyrie, if he stay with the Celtics, I hope he do. LeBron or whoever going to be playing him in the finals, they're going to have a problem with their hands. Because LeBron going to stick Kyrie Irving.
So
because he's giving whoever sticks him the business.
Obviously, this
So this year,
debate could go on forever, but
Listen.
this is Taste Reaction Podcast, and you can check us out on YouTube. And again, what's your IG name?
oh my God, an IG, but I got a Facebook.
What's your Facebook name?
Amir Dean. Hit me up. 2
Amir
A's.
Dean, 2 A's. I mean, we're gonna get back to y'all soon because this debate could go on forever, and I'm gonna crush this 1996 guy. I'm 1994, and I still haven't seen Jordan play.
2 years different.
Facts.
Only time I seen, I ain't even seen.
So the best player of our time is LeBron James, point blank, period. We not even talking about Jordan no more.
MJ.
So again, UAENT, UA Vision is popping. We got a lot more content coming soon. Peace.
Money don't sleep. That money don't sleep. So I'm out in the streets. Family gotta eat.